All right, fair use, fair use. It's your brother Wab Romeo back with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying. I always talk about giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waha, Rakah, Kwadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, bishops of great millstone who taught me truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways. Prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the one-third men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai by their faith. This is another lesson I'm going to bring out through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. As you see on the screen, the title, it says, "It was illegal not to be racist in America." Now, racism never ended. And a lot of Jakes think racism has ended. But ESaw has made it seem like he's not racist, man. The whole time, this man has never changed his mindset or changed the way he treated you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. And this is well known, and everyone should have already experienced this type of hatred in real time, man. So I'm gonna get right into these videos and hit a couple scriptures and Lord willing to be edifying.
Was literally illegal not to be racist towards black people, because a lot of different ethnic groups will say everyone in America had it hard. When the Irish came here, they were discriminated against. The Italians were discriminated against. Poles were discriminated against. True. But the difference is the racism, the discrimination, the hatred that black people experienced in America wasn't tradition. It wasn't custom. It was law. I want black people to come to my school. Illegal. I want black people to come into my church. Illegal. I want black people to come into the public swimming pool. Illegal. I want black people to come into the political system. Illegal. It was illegal for my grandmother in La Plata, Maryland, outside of DC, to walk on the same sidewalk as white people. It was illegal for her to look white people directly in the eyes. Not custom, not tradition. A state assembly person wrote a bill, took it to the legislative floor, and got it passed as a law. And then the violence that came to black people, if they violated any of these racist norms, was sanctioned by the state. When black people got lynched, when they got kidnapped, when they got burned alive, when they got mutilated, the judge was there, the mayor was there, the pastor was there, the teacher was there. There was no safe space.
So ESaw was there, like you said, man. They are the same people that they was there, and especially old age Edomites, man. They was there, man. They seen the suffering and the hatred that was displayed on you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. A lot, mostly Jake here in Babylon the Great, but all of us suffered it. But everyone knows how Jake has experienced the hanging, the lynching, the castration. I mean, like I said, it happened to all, but a lot of people know so-called blacks has experiencing that, and a lot of our people, like you're gonna see Joe Budden, he doesn't experience the hatred that is as being like somebody who has a higher stature, being famous. So he doesn't know the systematic racism that Jake still experienced today, man. From loans to man, all the list goes on and on. But Omar Johnson's gonna break it down to him, man, because you could lose touch with reality because you have this type of stature. People know you. So you're not going to experience that as someone that is out, basically working and trying to make a living. And Omar Johnson broke it down to him plainly, man, and it makes a lot of sense the way he broke it down to him, man, because you have Jakes, not Jakes, but you have Edomites you work with, and they're cool. You go to your, they might come to your birthday party. You might, have your kids prom. They might come. They might come to your cookout. But deep down, it's a hatred in them that they have always had in them, man. It's like they born with it, man. And that's because it's a natural division between Jacob and Esau, man. So let's check this out.
I can say with 100% fact that I've met white people that care about me.
I'm going to give you the rules of racism. And I challenge those of you who know good white people to prove your position, because history does not co-sign it. Number one, all white people are racist. And I'm going to explain what I mean by this. That's rule number one. If you don't get the first rule, the rest of the rules don't make no sense. Let me explain what I mean when I say all white people are racist. All white people are racist does not mean all white people are bigots. Stay with me. A bigot is someone who hates you because you're black. A bigot is someone who believes y'all need to be exterminated, that you're racially inferior, that you're nothing but drug addicts and drug users. That is a bigot. They have an emotional attachment to the destruction of the black community. A racist does not have to hate black people. A racist does not have to work to eliminate us as a population. A racist does not have to push false narratives or stereotypes about who we are. And you know what a racist is interested in? Control of resources, opportunities, and privileges. That's it. To be a racist means I like the unfair advantage my people have over blacks, and I'm not going to do a damn thing about changing it or making it even. Now, if you know of a white person that's ever walked this earth that has tried to eliminate their white privilege or the unfair advantage that their people have against us, give me a name.
And he broke it down plain to him, man. And you can't say it no better than that. Because ESaw has got ahead in every way possible over Jake. From schooling, from from buying properties, from businesses, from loans. I mean, the list go. I can name just a bunch of shit, man. But this goes to show you this is their kingdom. And see, the racism that they displayed is finna go on them. They're gonna experience the hatred that they displayed against us, and they're gonna feel the hatred of the Lord, man. and it's very close to happening. It's not far off, man. That shame and that we experience here in Babylon the Great, ESaw is about to feel that shame, man. He's going to feel hopelessness, and it's going to be, man, it's going to be real brutal to him, man. Because ESaw has been playing the victim forever, and they don't know how to be a man up on everything. I don't say different things, but on everything. It's to the point now that his racism is causing him his kingdom, man. Now check this out. It's a little cartoon video, but the information in it is heavy.
We know racism made America money. Slavery built the economy. 4 million people working for free will do that. Redlining locked black families out of wealth for decades. Private prisons turned incarceration into a Fortune 500 business. So, yeah, racism was profitable. Evil, but profitable. Here's where it gets embarrassing for y'all. It's 2026, and racism is now losing money. You're not even good at being evil anymore. Citigroup showed racism cost the US $16 trillion in lost growth. The wealth gap drags GDP down over $1 trillion a year. McKinsey found closing it could add 1 to 1.5 trillion annually. So while y'all are waving flags and feeling patriotic, you are mathematically making the country poorer. That's not opinion. Globally, even worse. Africa is one of the fastest growing markets on Earth. China's already there, over 280 billion in trade, building ports, highways, digital infrastructure across 54 countries. America still can't talk to Africa without sounding like a landlord. The US doesn't do partnership, it does dominance. And when you show up acting like you own every room, people stop opening the door. Now, the Strait of Hormuz. I'll keep it simple for the back row. 20 million barrels of oil flow through it daily. Disruption means gas spikes, inflation jumps, and your grocery bill looks like rent. Where's that conflict? Black and brown regions, every time. The places you'll swear don't matter are the reason you can or can't afford gas. Monday, and let's be real, we don't beef with Norway. Nobody sanctions Switzerland. But let a country be brown and sitting on lithium. Suddenly, it needs freedom. Domestically, Black Americans are the most educated workforce demographic in the country and still underpaid. Because some of y'all would rather go broke than share a ladder. That's not pride. That's a tantrum with a price tag. Racism shrinks the workforce, kills innovation, and bleeds consumer spending. It is objectively bad business. If you're still riding with it, you're not a patriot. You're a liability. Racism made America rich. Now, it's making America broke. And y'all are clapping on the top deck while the whole ship sinks.
And that was a very informative video, man. You seen a little cartoon, but it's beautiful that the way the Lord had this thing set up. He set it up where they benefited off our backs until the point that putting that hatred and racism in them, for them getting all this free labor from us. Now at the end of his world, at the end of his kingdom, made the hatred that he had towards us destroy his own kingdom, man. So he's saying that being patriotic is really failing Babylon the Great, because you can't say Jake wasn't the one built up Babylon, created all these different modern day things that you enjoy now: cell phones, all that Wi-Fi, air conditioners, GPS, all these things that we built up in this man's society, and he benefits off of. He didn't see that the things that we created, we are the same people that created those things in the past, are the same people that create those things in the future. But he wanted us to not have education. He wanted us to be drug addicts and dealers and all these different things to dumb us down, when it really dumbed his own self down, man. Because this is the end, and he's finna display. He's finna be in the worst case, man. Because the shame that he's finna receive, man, is going to be on another level, man. Because he had an opportunity to make right his wrong, and he decided not to. And it wasn't up to him. But you would think when shit started to go downhill, you're like, damn, let's make it right, man. Let's all of us get in here and build it up again. Esau didn't think that way. He wanted to stay on top and wanted everybody else, so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, even the world, Ham too. He wanted everybody on his feet. The Persian Gulf nations, the Arabs. He wanted everyone on his feet, and that was only to his demise, man. Now check this out, man.
Did you know America's highway system was designed as a weapon against black wealth? In 1956, Congress passed the Interstate Highway Act, 90% federal funding. Cities could build roads anywhere they wanted, almost for free. Traffic engineers had choices. They could route highways around neighborhoods. They could build through empty land. They could avoid populated areas entirely. Instead, they chose a pattern. In Miami, planners drew Interstate 95 directly through Overtown. 40,000 black residents displaced. 200 black businesses destroyed. The highway connected white suburbs to downtown jobs, using cleared black land as the pathway. In Syracuse, Interstate 81 erased the 15th Ward completely. 90% of the city's black population lived there. Engineers had alternative routes for similar cost. They chose destruction. Federal money paid for the demolition. White developers bought the cleared land cheap. New commercial districts rose beside the highways. Suburban shoppers drove through what used to be black neighborhoods to reach the new developments. This wasn't transportation planning. This was wealth transfer. Systematic, profitable, legal. The highways still run through those spaces today.
And that's true. Those highways, railroads, they run through Jake neighborhoods. Like he said, to destroy the wealth that we was building. So there's no way you can get up in this man's kingdom, man. He don't have it set up like that for you to benefit. He is to destroy everything you've created, man. And that's, yeah, man, it's easy to see. That's in every state, every city, especially every major city, man. This is what they've done to us, man. They made it where we couldn't enjoy the fruit of our labor. Because every time we got ahead, he tried to find a way to take us down. Now, I just want to play a couple of these right here, because everything that we've created, he benefited off some one way or another. And to the point where it was demonized for us to do it, now he enjoys it like it's a good thing that he started, he made it up. But this is just, like you said right here, like it says right here, it says 25 forgotten slave recipes that shaped America. And this is plain, man. This is nothing. No one can say this is not something that Jake made, man. Now, I'm gonna play a couple of them just to let you, kind of see what was started by us, and now it's a household, household brand, a household food that everybody enjoys, man. Now, check this out.
Number 23, hoe cakes. The name tells you everything. Cornmeal batter cooked on the flat blade of a garden hoe, held over an open flame. Enslaved field workers carried cornmeal in their pockets and mixed it with water at the edge of the field during the brief moments they were allowed to rest. The hoe blade, already hot from the sun and the fire, became a griddle. The result was a flat, crispy corn cake that could be eaten with one hand while walking back to work. George Washington reportedly loved hoe cakes so much he ate them drenched in butter and honey at breakfast. But the women who invented them ate theirs plain, standing in a tobacco field with no butter and no table. Over time, hoe cakes moved from the field to the kitchen, made in cast iron with eggs and milk added to the batter. But the original version, just cornmeal, water, and salt cooked on iron, was the foundation. Number 22, chitlins.
And that was nothing but a pancake that that Jake made in slavery, hardcore slavery. Now Esau benefits from it on another level, man. You got so many. You got protein. You got all these different brands and different pancakes that was made from us in the field, man. Just having a shovel over a hot fire, or like you said, a hoe made it a whole cake, and Jake had the ingredients in his pocket, man. So you can't say we didn't contribute all these different uh, um, contribute to this man's society, man. Now, chitlins, we already know about the chitlins, man. Well, I'll play a little bit of it. I'll play a couple.
Slaveholders kept the hams, the loins, the chops. What they threw to the enslaved were the intestines, the organs, the parts considered waste. From that waste, enslaved cooks created chitlins, a dish so labor-intensive it became a ritual. Cleaning pig intestines took hours. Cooks soaked them in salt water, scraped them and rinsed them again and again until the smell mellowed and the casings turned pale and tender. Then they were boiled or fried until they became something entirely new, chewy, rich, and deeply savory. The smell during cooking divided families then and divides them now. But for the people who created this dish, it was survival turned into celebration. Chitlins became the centerpiece of holiday meals across the Black South, especially on Christmas and New Year's. The tradition of the chitlin circuit, a network of performance venues for black entertainers during segregation, took its name from this dish. That is how deep chitlins run in American culture. A food born from the worst kind of rejection became a symbol of community. Number 21, sweet potato. On.
I ain't gonna play all of them, but you get the gist of it, man. All these different savory foods was created by Jake, man. And ESaw has made brands out of these products that we have pretty much made a household food, man. From pancakes to chitlins and to man, let's go hot water cornbread, turnip greens, and all of that, man. But his turn is coming, man. This man's turn is coming. He's gonna suffer and eat the scraps and be at the bottom and never to benefit from his labors. This is Obadiah 1 and verse 9. It says, "And thy mighty man, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. For the violence of thy brother Jacob's shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." See, he's not going to get to experience being at the table like he is now. He's not going to be able to go and make a meal and enjoy it as he once was. Go out to eat in all these fancy restaurants, and that's coming to an end, man. Him being high in society, high and mighty over everyone on the earth, he's gonna go into hardcore slavery, man, and that's gonna happen overnight. He's not gonna be able to go fishing and had a privilege of going and hunting and doing all the things he loves. That's gonna come to an end, man. He had an opportunity to right his wrongs, and he decided not to. So we know that this man's day is coming, man. The Lord is going to judge him for his violence against his brother Jacob. This is Joel 3, and I'm going to start at verse 6. And you can read up in Tyre and Zidon and a coast of matter of fact, let me start right here. It says, this is Joel 3 and verse 4. It says, Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, those African nations? It says, and all the coast of Palestine, you've seen what's happening to the Palestinians in Gaza. It says, will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. And see, they all had a hand in us going into slavery, man. Even the Palestinians, the God over in Gaza, they had a hand in the children of Israel going into slavery, man. They had a hand in it, man. It says, will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. And see, this goes to show you that those nations that the Lord is judging is for what they did to the children of Israel, man. That's why they in the small hats are dominating the Palestinians the way they are. This is a part of prophecy. It says, because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold to the Grecians. See, they were sold to the Edomites, man. They sold us into the Edomites. It says that they may remove them far from their border. And that's why we're on the west coast of the world, man. We're on the west coast of the world. It says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them. And that's what's happening right now before your eyes, man. The children of Israel being raised up out of where we were sold, the elect at this time. And I will return your recompense upon your own head. See, the Lord is paying these nations back for what they did to the children of Israel. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. See, it's a role reversal. The Lord telling you, you were sold into the hands of the Grecians. So now I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians. It's also a Hamitic nation. There's going to be taskmasters in the kingdom of heaven. To a people afar off, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua have spoken it. So the role reversal of the Edomites, these Hamitic nations, the Palestinians, all are going to be sold by us. They're going into the hands of the children of Israel, man. For what they did to the children of Israel, man. So the Lord say he's going to pay them back for what they did, man. So no nation is going to get away from what they did to the children of Israel. And see all those, the uproars in the Middle East of these nations being plundered and put put down. I say it like that because of the algorithm, but these nations over there getting put down, the way they're getting put down is all biblical prophecy, man. The Lord is paying them back for what they did to the children of Israel, man. It all makes sense when you continue to learn and continue to seek the Lord. This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 16. It says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And see, everyone that had a hand in devouring the children of Israel are going to be devoured, man. And all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. See, we know Esau going in, but these other nations are going to be under us as well, man. They're going into captivity as well, man. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. And see, Esau don't have a clue that this is going to happen to him, man. He thought he got away with doing all this wickedness to the children of Israel. He thought he got away with it. The Lord said, all those that devour thee shall be devoured. There's no way out of that. And we know Esau has had us in his foot for many, many years, man. Verse 17, it says, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion whom no man seeketh after. And that's what the Esau thought, that the Lord would never come and seek us again, man, and bring us to him. He thought the Lord would never return or redeem us, because it's been so long that we've been under his feet. But the truth is, it's happening in 4K, man. The Lord is healing us. This is Isaiah 41, drop down to verse 11. It says, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed. See, all them, every single nation that was incensed against us are going to be ashamed. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. And see, Esau has dug a ditch that he can't get out of, man. Because all these things he did to us, majority of them, I would say, they don't even know who we are, the children of Israel. I'm talking about these low level Edomites. They don't even know we the children of Israel. They couldn't see the Lord being with the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. See, the small hats and the elites, they know we are the children of Israel, man. The chosen people of the Lord. But see, these low-level Edomites that had this hatred towards us, and their parents, and they go and they continue this mindset of we are the lowest on the earth, we the scums of the earth, or however they look at it. They didn't take this to heart, that maybe those are the children of Israel. Maybe those are the Lord chosen people that he punished and put them over here in captivity. They didn't take this they didn't think about this, man. And now we've been on the highways and byways prophesying this word. They're seeing it, man. It may be these are the children of Israel. And I'm just speaking, you know what I'm saying, as a man. But you got to think, man, I'm in Babylon, you know, I'm in one of the most Edomites, I ain't Edomites. Well, Nashville, Tennessee, where a lot of these Edomites see us every Sunday, man. Because ain't nothing to do, you know, Nashville, you know, Sunday, these Edomites all over, everywhere, especially in the summertime, especially when it get warm. They see us, man. They got these tourist buses that come by every Sunday, and they see us. And you got to think, well, what's going through their mind when they see the sign out there? They see us with Bibles in our hands. It's something, you know, just something to think about, man. Because they ain't. See, Esau looks into things. Jake won't. He don't give a damn. He don't even look. He don't care. Esau, he want to find out why they doing that. What makes them do that? But they soon finna find out, man. We are the sons of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is Isaiah 41 and 11 in the NLT. It says, seeing your angry enemies lie there, confused and humiliated, everyone who oppressed you will die and come to nothing. Woo. See? Man, they dug a hole, man. Can't get out of it, man. That hole is getting deeper and deeper until they reach the bottom where there is no way out of it, man. It's Good News Translation. It says, those who are angry with you will know the shame of defeat. Woo, that's heavy, man. That's heavy. Those who fight against you will die. See? The Lord is setting them up to be destroyed, man. Setting them up, man, for a great, great destruction, man. Verse 12, it says, thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing and as a thing of naught. Their power is going to leave them, man. And we already seen it leaving them now, man. A lot of these nations are already coming against DT for displaying weakness against Persia. For I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. And now the Lord is helping us, man. He's always helped us, but there it is being displayed that the Lord is helping us, putting that spirit in us to continue this fight of faith, continue to move in fear of the Lord, man. This is the Lord movie, man. And he is going for the underdog. And we are the underdog, man. This is Isaiah 49, verse 22. It says, thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people. And they shall bring thy children and in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. And see, they're going to, in the kingdom, they're going to be under us, man. They're going to be under us, man. And who you think is a king now will be a servant in the kingdom of heaven. He said, the kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. See, their elite are going to be under us, man. It says, they shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth. See, they're gonna show reference of us being over them. It said, and lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. See, we're waiting on the Lord, man, to make this come to pass, man. It says, shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered? But thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contendeth with thee. So the Lord is saying, wait on him. He's gonna rise up to the prey. So the Lord's gonna contend with them that contended with us, man. It says, and I will save thy children, and I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh. That don't sound like the Lord's coming back to help the heathens, man, to help ESaw. That's totally opposite from what the scripture's saying. It says, and they shall be drunken with their own blood. See, they're going to be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine, and all flesh shall know that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. So you're going to soon know that the Lord is with us. And that's what's going to happen, man. Esau's going to get a rude awakening, man. Now the Lord is bringing them into this last world's war, man. He's bringing them, man, fast. It's coming fast, man. It's not slowing down at all. Now, just touch on that real quick. They have made it, I think it's starting December. I don't know if it's the first or not, but in December, they're going to make it mandatory for everyone from 17 to 25 to be automatically registered for the draft. Now, we know that this last world's war is going to be with burning the fuel of fire, man. So a lot of these people that think that this war is just a thing that's going to happen and is going to die down and cease fire and it's going to be put to rest. In other words, this is going to intensify, man. Russia, China, all of them are going to get into this war. It's going to get intense. It's going to intensify, man, because Ned Nada, he just warned that Babylon is going to get touched by an N word. Now he wouldn't just be saying this for with a out the side of his neck, man. They're preparing for the nation to get on their side, man, because a lot of these Edomites, a lot of these Congress members, all of them are saying that this is an illegal war and they don't want to be in it. And a lot of these other nations say they don't want to be joined with DT in this war. And they're turning their back. The allies are turning their back, and DT talking about leaving NATO. This is all for the destruction of ESaw, man, and his kingdom, man. And if you can't see that, man, you're not meant to see it, man. You're meant to suffer death by pain, and then you come back into the kingdom. This is Isaiah 45, and I'm starting at verse 14. It says, thus say Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabians, men of stature, shall come over unto thee, and they shall have, and they shall be thine. So we know that when this goes down, all these nations are going to be under us. But ESaw is going to be under all the nations that are on the earth. It says, they shall come after thee in chains. They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. So we're going to be ruling over these nations, man, and they're going to be in chains. It says, they shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely power is in thee. See, they're going to soon know the Lord is with us. It says, and there is none else, there is no power. They're going to know that there's no other God that can save you from the hand of the children of Israel, man. How about, I would say, nobody going to be able to save you from the hands of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Verily, verily, thou art a power that hideth himself, O power of Israel, the Savior. See, the Lord is our Savior, man. And let me read down to 17. It says, They shall be ashamed and also confounded, all of them. They shall go into confusion together that are the makers of idols. And all these nations are the makers of idols, especially ESaw. But Israel shall be saved. See, it ain't talking about no other nations. We see all the other nations are going to be in slavery, man. They come in chains under us. He says, but Israel shall be saved in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua with the everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. See, we're going to have a world without end, and we're not going to be ashamed to be Israelites, man. You got Jake now, they dying their hair, they dying they melanin, trying to be something that they're not. But we're not going to be ashamed to be who we are, man. Children of Israel, the Israelites. This is Isaiah 60 and verse, I just hit the point in 12. It says, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So this nightmare of ESaw is going to come upon him, man. He never thought that we were who we said we were, the children of Israel, man. And he's soon finna know the Lord is in us. So I'm in it there. Lord willing was edifying. Shalom. Shalom.